did the magic trick. He did bring them in, they make the noise, and it slides in the side door.
He's already learning how to dish the media.
All right, make sure everyone's up and ready. Everyone good to go? All right. Well, I appreciate everyone coming here tonight. Obviously, a few hours, not even a few hours before Coach Lickliter's debut, but appreciate you all coming to introduce the 8th head men's basketball coach in UE basketball history, Coach Todd Lickliter. Obviously, we're excited to have Todd joining the staff, rejoining the staff, and coming back to Evansville. We're not going to talk about the separation with Coach McCarty tonight, except for acknowledging that I don't think anybody wants to have this situation in the middle of the season. It's unfortunate. We all hate what happened and the circumstances, but as you might have seen, Coach addresses this very well, is that as much as we don't like the circumstances, we are happy with the results, and we believe that we have the right man to move Evansville men's basketball moving forward.
Thank you, Mark.
You want to give an opening statement?
Well, I agree wholeheartedly with Mark, and I thank Mark and Pres P for their confidence and the uniqueness of being able to be here last year and work alongside so many fine people and get to know the community. I had a what I feel like was a good feel for Evansville, the university, the basketball tradition, but it was just really scratched the surface, what I found out. And as I told the guys last night, it's not how you want to get a job, but it is the job I want, and these are the players that I want to lead, and this is the administration I want to work for. So I just don't know how often that happens. It's really special, and I can't thank everybody enough for the welcoming, and again for Mark and Chris for the opportunity.
Can you explain why you had to leave in the summer and why you're not back?
I really didn't have to leave, but I had, which I'm going to say right now, stay off of ladders. Just as my, I actually fell from a ladder. I was going to clean some gutters and sustained a head injury. It knocked me out, and I got incredible care at St. Vincent's of Evansville, and Dr. Eric Gable was my neurologist, and everything went as smooth as it could go. But at the same time, I had a concussion, and I didn't feel like I could, and I didn't know how long it was going to last. You don't know those things. And so I didn't feel like I could really do the job that these players and the staff and the university deserve. And so I thought the right thing to do was to retire. And I chose retirement because if it was the last place I was ever going to coach, I was fine with that. It's not, I love coaching, but so I just thought it was the right thing to do, to be honest with you. But then as I got to feeling better and everything cleared up, then I missed the gym, I missed the players, I missed all of it. But at that point, it was a decision I had made.
But we also had a conversation when he came in and saw us later in the summer when he was starting to feel a little better, and I talked to him about that, someday you're going to get back into coaching because you're still a young man and you still have a lot of passion for the game, and that when that happens, I want you to reach out to me. And he was like, yeah, no, I'll definitely be calling you here soon. I just need to get myself right, and that time just came a little sooner than later.
Mark, on that, talk to me sort of about the timeline of events. Since the administrator will be on December 26th, when did Todd Lickliter's name sort of come into talks to maybe step into a full-time head coaching position?
Yeah, talks was really recently, but any good administrator, I've got a list in my head of potential candidates for almost every position that I have. That's what we have to do. So, a lot of people came to mind in you worst case scenario everything, but it really wasn't until very recently, and it was last week I said, okay, coach, do you want to talk serious about what might be coming and see if you're interested in it? So, last week I went up to Indy and we had a little talk, and we weren't finalizing anything, we weren't getting into that, but wanted to make sure that this was something that was still a fit and might be a possibility for us. So really, and then it was, as things started to progress, we needed to be able to have a plan moving forward. So it was really recently because we were all hoping for the best and working towards that. But you always kind of have to be working towards that in every administration.
Coach, it's been such a whirlwind of 24 hours, and it sounds like just about a week and a half. Can you put that into, what are the emotions you've been feeling?
I thought you were going to say, could you put it into words? I was going to say no. I can't. It's been less than 24 hours. I got a text from a friend that said, I don't know if I've ever heard of a coach being hired and then coaching his first game in less than 24 hours. Right? And again, it speaks to my familiarity and theirs with me and getting, reunited with the team. So I think there's some real positives in that. I'm really excited about, I appreciate the opportunity, but I'm really excited about the future and what we're going to build. I'm very fortunate. I think I told the guys, I'm the luckiest man you know, and I don't know who you know. I know I'm really fortunate. I've had some great experiences in my time, and I was able to coach some Butler teams that were really special, and I know what that feels like. And I believe we can do that. Not exactly, because Evansville has its own unique positive things that, but we can recreate an incredible environment, and that to me is really appealing.
How do you think that continuity will just help this team get back on track?
Well, we'll have to ask them. So, I want to say that it'll help. I got to see them when they came up to Indianapolis. I really hadn't gotten to talk to them a lot. They knew that I'd had an accident, but I hadn't had the opportunity to speak with them a lot. And I didn't want to interfere. I've had my day. So I didn't want to interfere in any way. But they knew how much I appreciated them. I was a regional scout for the Boston Celtics for 3 years. Might be the best job ever invented as far as just being able to do your own thing and not have any real pressure or any. And it was a great job. And I left that to come to Evansville because I saw the potential here, and I missed being a part of a team, coaching young people and helping them. And I don't regret it at all. It was, I'm thankful for that opportunity. So.
Coach, you mentioned last night in the locker room when you were speaking with the team that it's not the way that you wanted to get a job, but that they're the guys that you would want to coach. There's been a lot of turmoil, obviously, with this team, a lot of emotions running high. Can you just speak to sort of, the mindset of the team that when you spoke to them last night? I
think it's really, really good. And we've talked about, as I said earlier, I think I said, I used to tell people, if you get thrown a curveball, you got to hit it. And these guys know how to do that. They know what to focus on. And the other thing I said to them is, another saying is, you don't sing to get to the end of the song. You sing because you love to sing and you're enjoying it. And that's what this should be like. Their experience at the University of Evansville, being students, having the opportunity to learn, to represent this community, and play a game that they love. I don't want them to get caught up in all the other things. Focus on what you do have, what is you're fortunate to have. So.
Hey Mark, if I can ask you, at what time did, if any, complaints that you knew about against Walter McCarty or any allegations, what time did you learn of any of those complaints?
What time did I learn of
yeah,
that?
We know that there were complaints and allegations. At what time and what point did you learn about all
Well,
that?
first, this isn't about Walter tonight, so all we're going to talk about Walter's in our press release. So, I don't take complaints from the community. That's a whole different department, but, you've got our timeline of when we put Walter on leave, so I'm not going to get into that right now. That's not what we're doing.
You mentioned that you spoke with Coach recent. When was the initial contract hammered out? Was it when you went up to fly to him to meet him in Indy, or was it at a later date?
No, it was it was later date as we knew where we were leading. The contract is pretty much a standard contract. It's almost the same as every other head coaching contract that I had. It was years and the money that we already had, so it really was, our negotiation was, do you want it? Yep, okay, great. It was pretty close, so there wasn't a lot of back and forth. It was more about wanting to make sure that he was healthy, it was that he had the drive, that he wanted to be here for the right reasons, and he wanted to know what my expectations were. So, contract was honestly the last thing on either of our minds. We almost forgot to sign it last night, so.
Coach, in just less than 2 hours now, you're going to take the floor. What's the message that you hope resonates the most with the guys before they take the floor tonight?
Well, as I said earlier, I want them to focus on the task at hand, not be appreciative for the opportunity, help one another, be there for one another. Just very simple lessons that I think will serve us well in any walk of life, but that the game can really present. And so we're not anxious about the outcome. We just want to play good basketball. They've proven they can do that. We've all seen it, and I think that they just need to refocus.
Got time for a few more questions? Anything else?
Can you specify how long the contract's for?
We don't do that. It's a long-term deal. It is a multi-year deal.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you all.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot.